Have you ever wondered how fat Henry VIII really was? This is perhaps the most recognisable image of Henry VIII, looking proud, looking strong and looking majestic. So it's derived from the Whitehall mural at Whitehall Palace that was painted by Hans Holbein the Younger in 1537. Henry is aged 47 in this painting and he has a sizable girth, which we can see here. By the way, if you were interested in Henry VIII and his 6 wives, I have done a series that you can access here in this link, or go to my bio and click series, and then you can learn about these remarkable women and how they dealt with Henry. As a young man, Henry had not been fat at all. In fact, he'd been declared very handsome. In his 20s, he was a trained athlete. He was about 6'1" in height, which was very tall for the age, and he had a very physical, athletic body. In fact, a Venetian ambassador described him as the handsomest potentate I ever set eyes on. He was described as beautiful, as majestic, and as a real Renaissance prince. And at this time, his suit of armour, which is this one here, reveals that his waist was about 32 inches. But by his 40s, his waist had expanded dramatically, as we can see in this suit of armour here. At this point, it had grown to about 48 inches, which is significant indeed. And then by his 50s, his weight had actually expanded to 52 inches. And then when he died in 1547 at the age of 56, he actually is said to have weighed about 28 stone. So he was indeed morbidly obese by this time. But why was that? What happened to him other than old age? Well, of course, it's due to a number of things. The first thing is that he ate a lot of food. He enjoyed a very rich, fatty diet, which had been fine when he was an athlete, when he was always riding and jousting and hunting and playing tennis. But when he got older, he did that less and less, but continued eating those same foods. However, over the years, he'd suffered a number of illnesses and injuries, and this contributed to his gradual decline in health. So he caught smallpox at the age of 20, but recovered. Then at the age of 30, he catches malaria, and he continues to suffer from bouts of that throughout his life. He also suffered from terrible jousting injuries, including ulcers on his legs, which never actually healed, and at some point they just continued to ooze pus. It is these types of injuries that gradually meant that it was almost impossible for him to actually walk about without pain, and so riding and exercise was almost out of the question. And this is when his weight truly piled on. And so by the time of his death in 1547, he was an absolutely terrifying figure.